Welcome back, everybody, and welcome to the Season 5 Beginner Guides for Town of Salem 2. We're going to start with Admire and work our way through every single role in the game as it has released in Season 5. Admire is of the alignment Town Support and has many abilities in Season 5. You will know the sub-alignment of your obsession. If your obsession dies, you will receive a new one the following day. At night, you can admire a player, finding out if they're your obsession. When you find your obsession, you can care for them, granting powerful defense for you and your obsession. This is an astral visit. You will not be seen visiting your obsession once you know that they're your obsession. In the day, you bestow a player, granting them astral visits, control immunity, and rollblock immunity. Over on the right, you'll see how to format an admirer well. Admire, bestow, finding the obsession, and caring. Bestow players who are confirmed town, like town investigatives, town protectives, tricksters, jailers, monarchs, etc. Beware, Season 5 has introduced roles such as vampire, cursed souls, and cultists, to where those confirmed towns could potentially turn out to be evil after the fact. Keep that in mind when bestowing players as admirer. Admire people who claim the sub-alignment you are looking for, starting with those players who are more active as they have a higher chance of being town. Admirer is a town support that can be role blocked. Beware of that when people start pushing you for claiming a TS and being role block. That is all for Beginner's Guide, Season 5, Admire, Town of Salem 2. Hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you tomorrow for another Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide, Season 5, for the role Amnesiac. This is going to be everything you need to know about how to play Amnesiac, Season 5 of Town of Salem 2. Amnesiac is of the alignment Town Support, and has one ability to remember a role. At the beginning of each day, you will attempt to remember a role from a player in the graveyard. You prioritize Town Power roles, and then other roles are chosen at random. Once you remember a role, you will play as that role for the rest of the game. You can do your will, as on the right. Make sure in your will you mention that you were an amnesiac to start, and that will explain the lack of information. If you become a town investigative role, such as Seer or Sheriff, immediately inform everyone that you are now town investigative. Otherwise, play like your role. Do not feel like you need to announce to everyone that you got town power if you end up getting town power. Playing quiet is okay. If you remember a town power role and someone else is open claiming that they are amnesiac as well, and they are your same town power role, they are lying. Only one amnesiac can remember the same town power role at a time. Keep that in mind while you're playing. That's all for the Beginner's Guide to the role Amnesiac. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for more Beginner's Guides. Hello everyone, welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Season 5 Beginner's Guides for the role Bodyguard. This is everything you need to know how to play Bodyguard in Season 5 of Town of Salem 2. Bodyguard is of the alignment Town Protective. It's 2 abilities. At night, you may visit a player, protecting them from 1 harmful visit. You deal a powerful attack to the visitor. Twice per game, you have the ability to self-protect. This gives you basic defense for the night. You can format your will as such on the right. As Bodyguard, you want to go on the TPLO claim or Town Power claims. Otherwise, go on Confirmed Town and other Town Protectives. Prioritize going on revealed mares, as Bodyguard is the best way to protect them. You should very rarely self-protect, especially early game. Work with other confirmed Town Protectives to make sure you both aren't protecting the same player. Once you start getting used to the game flow, use your intuition to go on people who are higher targets. A good example of this is a town investigative that has been knighted by a monarch. That is all for the Beginner's Guide to the role Bodyguard. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the role Catalyst. Brand new to Season 5, this is everything you need to know on how to play Catalyst. Catalyst is of the new alignment Town Outlier. It has the ability Overcharge. You may visit a player at night, allowing them to perform their ability twice the following day or night. If your target has abilities that use charges, it will only use one of the charges if their ability works multiple times. Catalyst is a unique role. There are certain roles not affected by Overcharge: Amnesiac, Pilgrim, Covenant, Cultist, Cursed Souls, and Death. You can see your will on the right. Because there's so many different interactions with the Catalyst Overcharge, we have a new fancy graphic. I'm not going to go through every single one of them, but I will mention there are certain roles that have asterisks on them, some like Deputy, Prosecutor, Conjure, and that's stuff that we believe this is how this works currently, but it's not been 100% tested yet, and that's going to take several months of testing, or just like 3 hours of knocking it in a custom game to figure it all out. So you can read up on all of these different action or interactions if you like, and I'll move on to the second page here momentarily. Here's the second page. Again, you see like Poisoner, Potion Master, Jester, some ones with asterisks that we don't know exactly how they work currently. Right. How to play Catalyst. You want to go and confirm town players. There are many roles that can benefit from being overcharged. Beware of overcharging evils, as evils would also benefit quite a bit from being overcharged. For vote for alignment situations, claiming Town Outlier is kind of useless because you're the only Town Outlier, so everyone knows who you are. So right now the general consensus is to claim Town Support. That seems to work the best. Catalyst is a confirmed role on many role lists once it's safe to do so. Open claiming allows Town to work with you better. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role Catalyst. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Season 5 beginner's guide to the role Cleric. This is everything you need to know on how to play Cleric. Cleric has the ability to barrier someone. You may visit a player at night, granting them powerful defense. You can give yourself powerful defense once a game. On the right, you can see how to format your will. How to play. Go on the TPLO and Town Power Claims, otherwise go on other confirmed town and other town protectives. You should rarely self-barrier, especially in the early game. Clerics will generally stay on the TPLO claim, allowing bodyguards and tricksters to go on other players. Work with other confirmed town protectives and make sure both of you are not protecting the same player. That is all for the Beginner's Guide, Season 5 to the role Cleric. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide, Season 5 to the role Coroner. This is everything you need to know on how to play Coroner. Coroner is of the alignment Town Investigative. It has two abilities. During the day, you autopsy a dead player, gathering information on which roles killed that player. During the night, you examine an alive player to see if their exact role matches the role you autopsied. A coroner checks for the exact person who killed the target, so there can be multiple serial killers, but it will check for the specific serial killer that killed the target. You can see on the right how to format the will. Claim Coroner day 1 and each day until you get constant information. It just seems to be right now the best way of handling Coroner, because especially with Grace Period, it's difficult for Coroner to get a lot of information early on. If someone gets killed night 1, open claim day 2 that you're using autopsy on that person, and make sure you actually click autopsy on that person. Post your information at the start of each day, even if the person you check has no evidence. Examine players who are quiet, followed by players who claim town killing or town support. Coroner is the only role that can get information from a stoned corpse. Use that to your advantage and prioritize those players. Good coroners have constant communication with town, and coroners check for the exact person, so 2 different killing rules will get 2 different results. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role coroner. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Season 5 beginner's guide to the role Crusader. This is everything you need to know on how to play Crusader in Season 5 of Town of Salem 2. Crusader is the alignment Town Protective and has the ability at night to fortify. You may visit a player at night, granting them powerful defense. You also deal a basic attack to 1 random person who visits your target. On the right, you can see how to format your Crusader well. It can get pretty full. Don't go on the TPLO claims unless you are the last Town Protective left. Go on confirmed Town Protectives or other confirmed town who do not have another Town Protective on them. If you don't have a target to go on night 1, the general consensus is to go whoever is in the first player slot. There's a lot of town investigatives that check 1 to 15, and it is more useful to, and this sounds bad, it is more useful to kill like a spy or a sheriff and confirm that you exist than it is to go or not to visit night 1. That will look really suspicious. Once you start getting used to the game flow, use your intuition to go on people who are high targets. A good example is a town investigative that's been knighted by a monarch that's not being protected by other TP. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role Crusader. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide Season 5 to the role Deputy. This is everything you need to know on how to play Deputy in Season 5 of Town of Salem 2. Deputy is of the alignment Town Killing and has the ability to shoot a player in the day with a basic attack. If your target has at least basic defense or is good, your shot will miss, and it will tell you this. You can format your will as such on the right. Target players who are suspicious, caught by a sheriff, or caught by seer or investigator. When you go to shoot, call out your shot publicly. Once you shoot, let town know the results, even if their defense are good. Do not just randomly shoot players, and especially don't randomly shoot players and not tell town. Target players who town are pushing. Beware of neutrals who are suspicious but are likely to be coven and would have defense. Only 1 deputy can shoot a day. Take note of this when you're targeting players, and don't get lynched because you didn't shoot. If you shoot a town, that means they were either enchanted or reaped. That is all to the beginner's guide to the role Deputy. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the role Investigator for Season 5. This is everything you need to know on how to play Investigator in Town of Salem 2 for Season 5. Investigator is of the alignment Town Investigative, shocking I know, and has the ability to investigate. Crazy. At night, you check for incriminating evidence on a player. If your target visited someone of a different faction, they will be caught with trespassing. If your target attacked someone, they will be caught with murder. You can see how to format your will on the right. At the start of each day, post your will. Target players who are quiet and have not claimed an alignment yet. Then focus on town killing and town support claims, as those are generally easy to fake for evils. Once psychics and seers have their information out, check players in those wills that may be suspicious that are still alive. Investigators give information that can lead town and give them momentum. When you have trespassing or murder, make sure the town knows. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role Investigator. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the role Jailer. This is everything you need to know how to play Jailer in Town of Salem 2 for Season 5. Jailer is of the alignment Town Power and has the ability to jail and execute people. During the day, you choose 1 player to send to jail. At night, you will be able to anonymously talk with that person that you jailed and have the ability to execute up to 3 people in the whole game. If you execute a town, you will no longer be able to jail anyone. If someone visits your target, it will tell them that they were stopped by an unknown obstacle. Jailer is a unique role. New to Season 5, astral visits can go through jail. Keep that in mind. You can format your will on the right. Jail someone day 1 who has not spoken in the day. When you jail someone, ask for their role. Players who do not give roles in a reasonable time are suspicious and should be executed. After that, target players who are quiet and have not claimed an alignment yet. Then focus on town killing and town support claims, as those are generally easy to fake for evils. Jailer is one of the most important roles in the game, and when asking to claim for vote for alignment, it's okay to say town power. Now, with cultist and vampire and cursed souls around, you're free to claim town killing, town support. If you're scared of jailing a serial killer, you can avoid jailing night 1. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role Jailer. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide to the role Lookout. This is everything you need to know on how to play the role Lookout in Season 5 of Town of Salem 2. Lookout is of the alignment Town Investigative. Has the ability to watch people. Watch one player at night and see who visits them. You can see how to format your will on the right. At the start of each day, post your will. Go on TPLO, because that's what the LO part of TPLO means, and town power claims. Otherwise, go on other confirmed town and other town and protectives. Work with the other confirmed town protectives and lookouts to make sure you both aren't watching the same player. Lookout is a very, very powerful role. I think it's one of the most powerful in the game. And so you have high priority in A, being protected, and B, your information being important. Go on those TPLO claims, go on the town power claims. Post your information, and you should be very successful. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role Lookout. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Season 5 beginner's guide to the role Marshal. It's everything you need to know on how to play Marshal in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Marshal has the ability of Tribunal, has 2 of them. During Tribunal, any player voted up will be immediately guiltied. 2 players can be voted up in this time. Once you use Tribunal once, your role will be revealed to everyone. Marshal is a unique role. Because you have the ability to reveal to everyone, you don't necessarily need a will. As for TPLO Day 1, Marshal is by far the most important role in the game currently, as it stands. When there are multiple suspicious players, use Tribunal so that both can be lynched. Otherwise, you want to hold Tribunal for as late as possible. If it is between you revealing and getting voted up, always reveal. Just because someone is pushing you before you reveal doesn't make them evil. Tribunal gives you an extra vote. Use this when needed in voting situations. You can claim town support or town killing and vote for alignment so that you're not pushed that badly. Unless you've already claimed TPLO, then you can claim town power. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role Marshal. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide to the role Mayor. This is everything you need to know how to play Mayor in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Mayor is of the alignment Town Power and has the ability to reveal in the day. Once you reveal, your vote counts as 2 votes and gradually increases by 1 vote for each day that you're still alive. Once you reveal, your role will be revealed to everyone. Mayor is a unique role. As it is a role that can reveal to everyone, you do not have to keep a will, and you can just click the button to show your role. Revealing early game allows you to lead town and gather up more voting power. Revealing later in the game allows you to add more votes when town needs the extra voting power. If it's between you revealing and getting voted up, always reveal. Just because someone is pushing you before you reveal doesn't mean they're evil. Mayors can now receive defense from town protectives, so an early reveal means that you can still live. Mayor, I'm saying this carefully. Mayor in town, traitor, or cultist games is a threat. Keep that in mind. Also keep that in mind if you're cultist, like, ooh, I want this Mayor. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role Mayor. I hope you enjoy. We'll catch you again for another beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide to the role Monarch. This is everything you need to know on how to play Monarch. Monarch has the ability to knight people. You give the ability to have players vote count as 2. When you have a knight out, you receive basic defense. Monarch is a unique role. You can see how to format your will on the right. You notice Knight 1's not on there. We'll talk about that. Do not knight Knight 1. Wait until you receive more information from day 2 to choose who to knight. You do not want to knight an evil. Focus on knighting confirmed towns like revealed town powers, and then other confirmed towns and strong town investigative roles like seer and lookout. Once you have a knight up, you have basic defense, so make sure that the town protectives who are going on your knights and not on you. That is all to the beginner's guide to the role monarch. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide to the role Oracle. This is everything you need to know to play Oracle in Season 5 of Town of Salem 2. Oracle is a town protective alignment and has the ability of Aegis. Aegis? Choose one role each night to put a barrier over. This gives everyone with that role powerful defense for the night. You cannot protect the same role back-to-back nights, and you can only protect Oracle once. You can see how to format your will on the right. Night 1, focus on protecting a town investigative role that open claim day 1. Otherwise, protect either jailer or seer, or if there is a confirmed role on the list, such as Catalyst, you can do that now. Just protect Catalyst. Once you know the active roles, choose those roles starting night 2. Self-healing as Oracle is not a bad idea on nights where you don't have a solid role to choose, such as you've already done, Seer, and so you need someone for night 3. You can just do Oracle. It's better than just random guessing a role. Oracle is an astral visit. Remind players of that when they scream at you for not visiting as town protective. Oracles are generally seen as fake, so you want to be as active as possible in town. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role Oracle. I hope you enjoy, and I'll catch you again for another beginner's guide. Welcome to the Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide to the role Pilgrim, new to Season 5. This is everything you need to know on how to play Pilgrim in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Pilgrim is of the alignment Town Outlier and can do nothing. Absolutely nothing. Has no ability. Pilgrim needs to socialize with other players, watch for whoever's actively playing, and get information from those who are quiet. A quiet Pilgrim is not very useful, so be active, discuss with people, ask questions. It's a social deduction game for a reason. That's all you need to know on how to play Pilgrim. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide to the role Prosecutor. This is everything you need to know how to play Prosecutor in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Prosecutor is of the alignment Town Power and is thus unique. Prosecutor has the ability to prosecute. Choose one player in the voting period. That player is lynched guilty. If you prosecute a town, you cannot prosecute again. You don't need a will, because you will reveal once you prosecute someone. As for TPLO Day 1, when there's a suspicious player, prosecute them. If it's between you revealing and getting voted up, always reveal. Just because someone is pushing you before you reveal doesn't make them evil. If you need to reveal, I would ask Town, who do you want prosecuted? Claim Town Support or Town Killing and vote for alignment. Or, if you claim TPLO, you can claim Town Power. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role Prosecutor. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide to the role Psychic. This is everything you need to know how to play Psychic in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Psychic is of the alignment Town Investigative. The ability to choose one player at night. On odd-numbered nights, the player you visit and another player at random will be sensed. At least one of the two of those players are good, but both can be. On even nights, the player you visited and two other players at random will be sensed. At least one of the three are evil, but two or all three of the players can be evil. You can format your will as such on the right. Psychic, being a town investigative, means you need to post your will at the start of each day. During even nights, visit players who are confirmed good. That way, you limit the potential evils in your will. If you know that there's a confirmed evil, like a pirate, visit them on odd nights to get a confirmed town. Psychics give information that lead town and give them momentum. When you get an evil result on the even nights, push that information. That is all for the Beginner's Guide to the role Psychic. I hope you enjoy. We'll catch you again for another Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the role Retributionist. This is everything you need to know on how to play Retributionist in Town of Salem 2, Season 5. Retributionist of the alignment Town Support, and at night raises a dead body of a town member and uses their ability. Roles that cannot be used are seen as just below. You can format your will as such on the right, depending on what they do. Retributionist, how to play. Once a usable course is available, prioritize town protectives and strong town investigatives like a lookout. If there are multiple Retributionists choose the same course, the successful Retributionist will be chosen at random. Necromancers will always take priority over Retributionists, so if you see that a corpse is missing, that is something A, to note, and B, to check up and, if could be a Necromancer. Retributionist is role block immune. Using Vigilante and Crusader both can be devastating for town if you hit other town. Be careful how you use them. If multiple Retributionists are confirmed, coordinate who's using what corpse. That is all for the Beginner's Guide to the role Retributionist. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the role Seer. This is everything you need to know how to play Seer in Town of Salem 2, Season 5. Seer is of the element Town Investigative and has the ability to intuit and gaze. At night, compare two different players' factions. If they are both a part of the same faction, they will be shown as friends. If there are different factions, they will be shown as enemies. All neutrals shown as enemies with each other. Jester will show up with friends with Town, but not with Coven or other neutrals. Neutral Apocalypse will show up as friends with each other. Coven will show up as friends with each other as well. Once you use a player, you cannot use them again for the rest of the game. You cannot select revealed players. You can see how to format your will on the right. At the start of each day, post your will. Select two players, generally one from someone who is active and someone who is quiet, or someone who you believe is confirmed and someone who is not, or someone who's disconnected and someone who isn't. Avoid going on players who are vet baiting or players who have Crusaders on them. Most Seers use player slots 6 through 9 to start night 1. Coven will play around this, or Soul Collector. Personally, I use 5 to 14. Several people use 1 to 15. If you don't have a particular 2 that you want to start with, figure out something that works for you. That is all for the Beginner's Guide to the role Seer. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide for the role Sheriff. This is everything you need to know how to play Sheriff in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Sheriff is of the alignment Town Investigative, and at night has the ability to search. At night, search player to find out if they're suspicious. Sheriff will find the following roles suspicious. Coven, who don't have the Necronomicon. Executioner, Pirate, and Doomsayer. Baker, Plaguebearer, and Soul Collector during the 4 Horsemen modifier when there are multiple Apocalypse left. Roles that are vampire aligned but are not the actual vampire. And Wandering Soul factioned roles. Not the role Cursed Soul, but if you are of the faction Wandering Souls, those people will be seen as suspicious. At the start of each day, post your will. Target players who are quiet and have not claimed an alignment yet. Then focus on town killing and town support claims, as those generally are easy to fake for evils. Once Psychic and Seers have their information out, check players who in those wills who may be suspicious. Sheriff, even that finding others is suspicious, is generally thrown aside as executioners. Show your information, post reasonably, and let others push for you. Don't feel like you need to be aggressive as Sheriff. You get the information out there and work with town. Most aggressive sheriffs get shown off as executioners. So take note of that. That's all for the Beginner's Guide to the role Sheriff. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the role Socialite. This is everything you need to know on how to play Socialite in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Socialite is of the alignment Town Support. In the day, add other players to your guest list to where they are not blocked by your parties. We'll talk about that later. In the night, visit a player and host a party. Players who visit someone with a party on them will be stopped by an unknown obstacle. You will not be informed of who visits your party. Instead, you will be told at least one person visited, but not exactly who. You cannot party the same target back-to-back nights. You do not need to open claim Socialite at the beginning of the game. Once it's known that you are Socialite, you can post every day, kind of like a TI. Go on TPLO claims and Town Power claims. Otherwise, go on other confirmed town and other town protectives. Work with other confirmed town protectives to make sure you're not both protecting the same player. Yes, Socialite still acts like a town protective. Guest list is something you should rarely do. Because if you guest list Coven, then you're useless. And so keep that in mind. That is all for the Beginner's Guide to the role Socialite. Enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Beginner's Guide. Welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the role Spy. This is everything you need to know on how to play Spy in Town of Salem 2, Season 5. Spy is the alignment Town Investigative. At night, visit a player and leave a permanent bug at their house. You see which evils visit that player at night. If a town roll sets off your bug, that means that roll has been enchanted by an enchanter or framed by a soul collector. You can see how you can do your will on the right. At the start of each day, post your will. Go on TPLO and Town Power claims, otherwise go on other confirmed town and other town protectives. When you post your will, don't post who your bug is on until it goes off. You can format it, as we saw up here, with night 1 is hidden. Spy can get overwhelming with the amount of information it can receive at once. Post regularly and don't be afraid to spread out your information in your will as needed. That is all for the Beginner's Guide to the role Spy. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the role Tavern Keeper. This is everything you need to know on how to play Tavern Keeper in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Tavern Keeper has one ability. At night, visit a player to role block them, stopping them from visiting and doing their action that night. You cannot role block the same person back-to-back nights. Format your will as such on the right. Target players who are quiet and have not claimed an alignment yet, then focus on town killing and town support claims, as those are generally easy to fake claims for evil. Once psychics and seers have their information out, role block players who in those wills that may be suspicious. It is reasonable to confirm yourself by role blocking a confirmed mayor or prosecutor, but only if discussed with said player ahead of time. Don't role block someone who you think is the serial killer, unless you tell someone ahead of time. Tavern Keeper is role block immune, because they do the role blocking. That is all for the Beginner's Guide to the role Tavern Keeper. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Beginner's Guides for Town of Salem 2, Season 5. This is for Tracker. This will give you everything you need to know on how to play Tracker. Tracker is of the alignment Town Investigative, so you should post at the start of each day. At night, visit a player to know who they visit. You can check your will and format it as such on the right. At the start of each day, post your will. Target players who are quiet and have not claimed an alignment yet. Then focus on town protective and town support claims, as those generally are easy to fake for evils. Once psychics and seers have their information out, track of players who are in those wills and may be suspicious. Do not visit the same person back-to-back nights in the early game, or you might look like a werewolf. You can easily confirm seers and retributionists by tracking them. Seers will always track to 2 people. Retributionists will always track to someone who's dead. The only other role that can do that's Necromancer, so keep that in mind. That is all for the Beginner's Guide to the role Tracker. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Beginner's Guide to the role Trapper in Season 5 of Town of Salem 2. This guide will give you everything you need to know on how to play Trapper. Trapper is of the alignment Town Protective. Has the ability to trap and then dismantle. It takes 1 night to build your trap. At night, you place a trap at another player's house. If a trap is triggered by a harmful visit, it will deal a powerful attack to the visitor. If the trap is triggered by a non-harmful visit, it will reveal the roles that visited. You can take a knight to dismantle your trap off of a player. You can format your will as such on the right. Trapper generally has a pretty thick will if things continue to go off. Go on the TPLO and town power claims. Otherwise, go on other confirmed town and other town protectives. Work with other confirmed town protectives to make sure you're both not protecting the same player. When your traps go off, let a confirmed town know or openly post, depending on the situation. You will rarely need to dismantle, and you only should if you know that there's a certain person who you can't hang that is evil that has a trap on them. Trapper is a really common evil fake. Even if the town visiting another town get that information out there, at least so they can confirm you. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role Trapper. I hope you enjoy. We'll catch you again for another beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide to the role Trickster. This is everything you need to know on how to play Trickster in Season 5 of Town of Salem 2. Trickster is of the alignment Town Killing, even though it doesn't play as such. Has multiple abilities. At night, visit a player. If they are attacked, you will absorb one of the attacks from them with a magic mirror. You can unleash this attack on a player the following night of your choice. You can protect yourself once a game. You can format your will as such on the right. So if you can't guess, Trickster plays like a town protective. Go on TPLO and town power claims. Otherwise, go on other confirmed town and other town protectives. Work with other confirmed town protectives to make sure you both aren't protecting the same player. When you have an attacked stored, release it on known evils, or target players who are quiet and have not claimed an alignment yet. Then focus on town killing and town support claims, as those are generally easy to fake claims for evil. Trickster is a glorified town protective. You should be playing like a town protective as Trickster. Once you start getting used to the game flow, use your intuition to go on people who are higher targets, such as good town investigatives and people knighted by monarchs. Trickster is probably more powerful than every other town protective in the game, and so use that as a high priority for protecting things. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role Trickster. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide to the role Veteran for Town of Salem 2 Season 5. This will give you everything you need to know on how to play Veteran. Veteran is of the alignment Town Killing and has the ability to alert. At night, you attack anyone who visits you with a powerful attack. You also receive basic defense when you alert. Very standard will on the right. Do not, under any circumstances, claim TPLO or Town Power as Veteran. At all. Ever. We also have some new language to talk about. Bet baiting. Saying something to bait evils into visiting you as you alert. This can be night 1, and it generally is night 1. However, with so much grace period going on, it makes things a little more difficult to bet bait night 1. Once you're outed as Veteran, save your alerts for late game. Breaking the game rules does not work as a good bet bait. Anything that could be reported, don't do it. Veteran can play aggressive to bait evils on visit. Feel free to whisper people pushing for rolls. I'll say it again. Claiming TPLO or Town Power as Veteran to get people to visit you is not a good Veteran strategy. Don't do it. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role Veteran. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide to the role Vigilante. This is everything you need to know on how to play Vigilante in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Vigilante is of the alignment Town Killing and has the ability to use a gun. Nights that you do not shoot, you load a shot. You have 3 bullets to load. When you have a shot loaded, you can attack a single target with a basic attack. If you shoot a town, you will lose the ability to shoot. You can format your will as such on the right. As Vigilante, you do not need to shoot as often as possible. Shooting a town can hurt. Be patient. Target your shots at known evils, or target players who are quiet and have not claimed an alignment yet. Then focus on town killing and town support claims, as those are easy to fake for evils. If town is in the risk of losing, be willing to take more risk. Otherwise, be patient. You do not want to give the evils majority because you took a risky shot. But if the evils are close to getting majority, that is when you want to use your shots up more. That is all for the Beginner's Guide to the Role of Vigilante. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the Role Conjure. This is everything you need to know on how to play Conjure in Town of Salem 2, Season 5. Conjure is of the alignment Coven Killing and has the ability to conjure. During the day, you will send a meteor to the target of your choice, dealing a powerful attack against them. You cannot do this day one. Any fake claim when we're talking about evils, if there's a fake claim that you could go along with it, I'm going to put it on the right, but otherwise I'm not going to talk about it. Unless it's something specific. For Necronomicon usage, before you use your meteor, you want to pass the Necronomicon to a different Coven member who can use it better, like Jinx. After you use your meteor, you can take the Necronomicon, as that's your best way to be useful. Use your meteor on a TPLO, revealed town, and town power claims. Always try to use it day 2 because dying before the meteor is a waste of a conjure. If you have a necromancer, they can use the meteor from you in the grave. So it's okay to save your meteor if you have a necromancer. Panic conjuring means throwing up a meteor when getting voted up. It is only useful when you don't have a necromancer. You can frame other people by conjuring someone while another person is getting pushed or voted up. So you can use the panic conjuring against them. That is all for the Beginner's Guide to the Role Conjure. I hope you can enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the Role Coven Leader. This is everything you need to know on how to play Coven Leader in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Coven Leader is of the alignment Coven Power and has the ability to retrain. During the night, you can change the role of one of the Coven members to a different role based on their alignment. They must accept this role change the following day. You can retrain Coven twice a game. You do not attack or visit when you go to retrain another Coven member. Remember, fake claims are always on the right. Retrain mechanics, because Coven Leader does quite a bit. You cannot retrain someone to a role that already has been on the team. Coven Power and Coven Killing roles can be retrained into any Coven role. Coven Utility and Coven Deception roles can only retrain into other Coven Utility and Coven Deception roles. If a Dreamweaver is retrained, all the Insomniac and Dreamweaver players will be cured, being told that the Dreamweaver has died. You cannot retrain a target back to their original role. So you know your alignments. Coven Power roles are Coven Leader, Witch, and Hexmaster. So you cannot retrain someone into Coven Leader, but you can retrain a Coven Power into Witch or Hexmaster, including yourself. Coven Killing is Conjure, Ritualist, and Jinx. Coven Deception is Enchanter, Medusa, Illusionist, and Dreamweaver. And Coven Utility is Poisoner, Necromancer, Potion Master, Voodoo Master, and Wildling. For Necronomicon, before your retrains, you want to pass the Necronomicon to a different Coven who can use it better, like Jinx. After using your retrains, you can take the Necronomicon, as that will be the best way to use Coven Leader, if you're still Coven Leader. Otherwise, focus the priority on the roles you are. You want to retrain some of the bad Covens, such as Dreamweaver, to get better teammates before retraining yourself. Coven Leader has defense, so it is okay to leave yourself as Coven Leader to keep the defense up. Always ask your Coven who they want to be retrained to. Don't retrain people in the Dreamweaver to troll them. That is all for the Beginner's Guide to the Role Coven Leader. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the Role Coven Knight. This is everything you need to know on how to play Coven Knight in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Coven Knight is the alignment Coven Outlier and has no ability. How to play Coven Knight. Target players who are leading town and being talkative. A quiet Coven Knight will seem suspicious. This is your standard evil role card game style. You get to choose who to kill. You do not want to put suspicion on yourself, and you want to push suspicion onto others, but not that aggressively. This is all about social deduction. That is all for the Beginner's Guide to the Roll Covenant. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the Roll Cultist. This is everything you need to know on how to play Cultist in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Cultist is of the alignment Coven Outlier and has the ability to indoctrinate. Starting on day 2, you can select a player to convert into the Coven faction. That player can use the Necronomicon. You have defense until you indoctrinate someone. Cultist is a very powerful role. Necronomicon usage. Cultist has the lowest priority for the Necronomicon until you indoctrinate someone. Once you use your ability, taking the Necronomicon allows other members of the Coven to use their abilities, as your best choice of doing stuff is to attack. It is best to save your indoctrinate or town power, town killing, and town protective roles. Confirmed town investigatives are also good to use them on, as people will be less suspicious of them. Most town investigative roles don't assist Coven, outside of keeping them off your faction. You cannot indoctrinate neutral roles. If you can get a town outlier, a town power, yes, also is pretty obvious. I've seen some really good indoctrined clerics, some really good indoctrined sheriffs. Be smart who you get someone who's confirmed and is not that high profile. I think that's the best choice. That is all for the Beginner's Guide to the Roll Cultist. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the Roll Dreamweaver. This is everything you need to know on how to play Dreamweaver in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Dreamweaver is of the alignment Coven Deception, has the ability to dreamweave. During the night, you can visit a non-Coven player attempting to dreamweave them. If they are not visited by a town member the following night, they will become Insomniac. Players who are Insomniac cannot use any of their role abilities. Dreamweave only works on town. Dreamweaver has a low priority for the Necronomicon. However, with how underwhelming of a role it is, giving Dreamweaver the book in certain instances might be the most useful for the role, especially in cases of high evils. Also in cases of you have a lot of other really good Coven that can use their abilities, as Dreamweaver is fairly useless. If you have a Voodoo Master, visit the same target they do for a higher chance to turn the player Insomniac. Dreamweaver can play a fake sheriff decently well, finding people who can't be dreamweaved. However, players will be suspicious if you visit the same people who get dreamweaved that night. Work with the Poisoner to smog the target you dreamweave the previous night to block them from someone saving them. That is all for the Beginner's Guide to the Roll Dreamweaver. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the Roll Enchanter. This is everything you need to know on how to play Enchanter in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Enchanter is the role Coven Deception and has 2 abilities. During the night, you can visit a player. When you enchant a player, the following will happen. Sheriffs will see them appear as suspicious. Psychics will see them appear as evil. Seers will see their faction as Coven. Investigator will see that they have committed murder. Spy will see the player's town will visit their bugs. Deputy will shoot them as if they were evil. When you alternate a player, their role and will be changed to whatever you set it to. A note on enchant. Most of the time, the investigator should see that the person who's enchanted has also trespassed, unless they visited a Coven. In that case, then they visited the same faction, so they did not trespass anyone. Something to keep note. Enchanter has a mid-priority for the Necronomicon. However, when Enchanter does have the book, they should be alternating their target's wills whenever possible, and they should not the Medusa should not be stoning the people who they're alternating. Without the book, enchant suspicious people who haven't talked or claimed town protective or town support. That way, town investigators will push them. When you alternate a will, make sure you do it to someone who is dying, either by disconnection or killed by the coven. Enchanter has a whole bag of tricks at its disposal. Alternate a role to be a town power role to eat up the town's idea of the town power cap. Alternate a disconnected players to a coven role to make them believe that coven has less members. Enchanter is probably one of the strongest coven roles. It just is not used very well. So if you learn how to use Enchanter really well, you can help your coven quite a bit, especially in casual mode stuff where there's a set role list, and especially in ranked. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role Enchanter. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide to the role Hexmaster. This is everything you need to know on how to play Hexmaster in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Hexmaster is of the alignment Coven Power and has the ability to hex. During the night, you visit a player, putting a hex on them. Once all alive, non-Coven players have a hex on them, a hex bomb goes off, ending the game in a Coven victory. This is like a secondary win condition. Hex bomb will go off once the last non-hexed player dies or leaves the game. Historically, though, the game bugs have prevented this when Pirate leaves. Hexmaster should have the last priority in the Necronomicon, except Hexmaster is the only Coven role whose attack is astral when they have the Necronomicon. There are certain instances where you want to use that astral attack really well, and you can switch to that. Hexmaster's goal is to hex everyone and win. That is always a secondary plan for Coven. Obviously, Coven's main goal is to just kill everyone, but always figure out when the Hexmaster plan is the best chance of winning. Work with the Coven to know when your avenue of victory is Hex Bomb. Also communicate with your Coven if you need to lynch one of them to give yourself time to finish a Hex Bomb late game. If you have a Necromancer, they can finish your Hex Bomb for you. Use that to your advantage when deciding if you need to take the book. Hex Bomb beats Transformed Apocalypse, including death. If a Hex Bomb were to go off with all the Coven dead, the game will end in a draw. That is all for the role Hexmaster. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Town of Salem 2 Season 5 Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the role Illusionist. This is everything you need to know on how to play Illusionist in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Illusionist is the alignment Coven Deception and has the ability to cast. During the night, you can choose with an astral visit a Coven member. When you illusion a Coven member, the following will happen. Sheriffs will see them appear as innocent. Psychics will see them appear as good. Seers will see their faction as town. Investigator will see that they have no crime. Spy will not see them visit. Bodyguard will not attack them. Trapper's Trap will not attack or detect them. Deputy Shot will miss during the day. Illusionists should have a low priority for the Necronomicon. Illusion Coven members who are attacking who are deemed suspicious and potentially are going to be checked by town investigatives. You can also do this to yourself if you don't have anyone else and you think you might be checked. Illusionists have astral visits. They will not be seen visiting other Coven. Keep this in mind. A lot of executioners like to make the illusionist to person visit to lynch their target. Illusionists, when they visit Coven, are astral. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role Illusionist. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide to the role Jinx. This is everything you need to know on how to play Jinx in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Jinx is of the alignment Coven Killing. It has the ability to jinx. Shocking, I know. During the night, you can visit a non-Coven player, attacking one player at random who visits them. Everyone who visits your target will know your role. Like Ambusher from Town of Salem 1. Jinx should have the highest priority for the Necronomicon. Jinx can kill 2 players at night. If Jinx doesn't have the book, which should be rare, Jinx should go on targets that are going to be visited by single targets like a cleric or a town investigative. Avoid targets who you expect might have multiple people on them, like the TPLO claim or a town power. If you have to go on them, work with the Voodoo Master to silence some of those people that may see you. Jinx and Witch have some good synergy. Have Witch send a known town investigative or a town protective, like a cleric, on the target to guarantee a kill. Just be careful about multiple people visiting that target. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role Jinx. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide to the role Medusa. This is everything you need to know on how to play Medusa in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Medusa is of the alignment Coven Deception, has the ability to stone. During the night, you can visit a player, stoning them. Once that player dies, due to any reason, non-Coven players won't know their role, or will. All players won't know who killed them. The only roles that can do anything with dead stoned player is coroners, who find out who killed them, and amnesiacs, who can remember a dead player's role. Necromancers can also use their role, but Town won't know that. Medusa should have a high priority for the Necronomicon. Without the Necronomicon, Medusas have many stone options. Town, who have important info in their wills. You could do that like fake claiming town protective. Do that on the town power. Quiet players who are yet to claim. Eat up claim space. Coven rolls to make them look like they're town, because most people see stoned rolls as town. Kind of changes. They're working on it. And then disconnected players, especially if you don't got Enchanter. Not all stoned rolls are town, but most town will believe that all stoned rolls are town. Use this to your advantage when you stone your own coven. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role Medusa. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide to the role Necromancer. This is everything you need to know on how to play Necromancer in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Necromancer is of the alignment Coven Utility. At night, reanimate a dead body of a player and use their ability. You can reanimate a body once a game. Roles that cannot be used: Amnesiac, Catalyst, which I think should change, Jailer, Mayor, Pilgrim, Prosecutor, Retributionist, Seer, Veteran, which I think should change, Marshal, Oracle, Coven Leader, Cultist, Covenite, Ritualist, Doomsayer, Executioner, Jester, and Death. Necromancer should have a high priority for the Necronomicon on night 1, because there's no bodies to use. But once a usable dead player is in the graveyard, pass the Necronomicon away to another coven. Necromancer will always take priority over Retributionist. Focus on reanimating bodies that can help get covens more kills, like Vigilante, Berserker, Werewolf, on full moons, etc. Otherwise, focus on helping coven by protecting them with like a town protective or trickster. Realize, let's say the Berserker died night 1, and you use the Berserker night 2, everyone will know that there's a Necromancer. Don't claim Retributionist when you're doing that. You gotta claim something else. You can reanimate Transformed Apocalypse like Famine, War, and Pestilence, though we do not suggest reanimating Famine. It generally doesn't end well. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role Necromancer. I hope you enjoy, and I hope to see you again for another Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide to the role Poisoner. This is everything you need to know on how to play Poisoner in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Poisoner is of the alignment Coven Utility and has 2 abilities. At night, visit a player to role block them, stopping them from visiting and doing their action that night. You cannot role block the same player back-to-back nights. When you use your ability Smog, no other players can visit your target, and the feedback they receive is stopped by an unknown obstacle. Asterisk with that, we'll get back to that. Necronomicon. Poisoner should have a high priority for the Necronomicon on night 1, unless making a fake socialite play. With the book, you are the best role to get rid of veterans, because you just stop them in their tracks. Without the book, role block town protective claims or town investigative claims on crucial nights. You also can very easily role block the Jailer, if you know who that is, when one of your coven's jailed, and you think that they're going to get X'd. Role blocking the Jailer is not as bad as an idea as you think. Role blocking them when they have one of your coven jailed could give you the advantage numbers-wise. Role blocking the Jailer when they have someone else jailed might make them think that they role blocked a coven. Don't go on the Jailer if they have a lookout or socialite. My little asterisk from before. Hexmaster with the book plus Poisoner, Smogging, equals Unknown Obstacle plus Kill. It's really strong. And could be problematic. Just throwing it out there. Sure, there's a reason I mentioned Astral killing with the Hexmaster. That's all for the beginner's guide to the role Poisoner. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for a Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide to the role Potion Master. This is everything you need to know on how to play Potion Master in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Potion Master has the ability to use a potion at night visit a player. You can barrier them, granting them powerful defense. You can reveal them, tells the coven the role of your target. If your target was raped by the Soul Collector, their role will be Soul Collector. When you reveal a player, they are illuminated, preventing ritualists from performing a blood ritual on them for 2 days. You also, with the book, have the ability to kill a target. Potion Master should have very low priority for the Necronomicon. Your main goal is to get Coven information on players by revealing them. If there is a worry about one of your Coven players getting attacked, heal them. Potion Master is a role you want to have your Coven leader retrain you into if you're a Coven Utility or Coven Deception. Potion Master is very versatile and brings a lot to the table. Potion Master and Conjure work out well, so the Potion Master can reveal a Town Protective on a TPO. Back it up. Potion Master and Conjure works out so well so that Potion Master can look like a Town Protective on a TPLO to see who they are. And then if, oh, that's a Town Power, Conjure kills them. Potion Master, very high utility, definitely want to have. That's all for the beginner's guide to the role Potion Master. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide to the role Ritualist. This is everything you need to know on how to play Ritualist in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Ritualist is the alignment Coven Killing and has the ability to blood ritual. At night, guess the correct role of a non-Coven player. If you guess correctly, you deal an astral unstoppable attack on them. You cannot attack with the Necronomicon and use a blood ritual the same night. Ritualists should have high priority for the Necronomicon when they don't have anyone to blood ritual. Ritualist is a good role to have the book. Do not guess night 1. Wait until you have more information. Even if someone just throws out, oh, I'm Marshall. Don't believe them until they see otherwise. Ritualists cannot guess any town investigative claims or players who are illuminated by the Witch or Potion Master. However, if you illuminate a player and that player reveals like a prosecutor or a mayor or a marshal, then you can blood ritual them. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role Ritualist. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide to the role Voodoo Master. This is everything you need to know on how to play Voodoo Master in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Voodoo Master is the alignment Coven utility. At night, visit a non-Coven player. You stop them from talking and voting as a player the next day. They can still vote guilty or innocent. If they try to talk while being up on trial, they will post with 3 blue dots. Voodoo Master should have a mid-priority for the Necronomicon. Work with the Dreamweaver to dreamweave and silence players at night. Voodoo Master is very powerful late game for suppressing town votes. Even if the Coven is down by 1, Voodoo Master can stop town from voting. Late game, Voodoo Master is really good. You know, multiple instances where, oh, it's 3v4, we need 4 votes, let me silence one town, or silence the mayor, and you can keep them from voting so that you can kill to regain, you know, majority. It's also fairly easy to fake claim that you're silenced, and a lot of people do. Keep that in mind. That's all for the Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide to the role Voodoo Master. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide to the role Wildling. This is everything you need to know on how to play Wildling in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Wildling is the alignment Coven utility. At night, visit a player. You see who they visit and who visits them. You can read everyone's whispers. Wildling should have a low priority for the Necronomicon, or maybe a mid priority at this point. It's somewhere in that range. Relay whispers to the Coven at night, especially if people are claiming roles. Just act like a lookout or a tracker will allow you to get the trust of town. Just beware of trappers and spies. You know, you go on the town power and spy goes on there, they will see wildling visit. And generally, those open claim lookouts, yeah, they're probably wildling. As you get to see all the whispers, you can find other town full claiming to TPLO claims. Relay that to the ritualist to allow them to guess. Watching the whispers will also better allow you as a coven to target specific players. You want to be really spicy. When there's a confirmed town power, you should say, hey, everyone, you should whisper to the town power your claims so that you can get confirmed. That works in some lobbies. Kind of. That is all for the Beginner's Guide to the role Wildling. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the role Witch. This is everything you need to know on how to play Witch in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Witch is the alignment coven power and has the ability to control. At night, visit a non-coven player. You change the target of the first player you choose to a player that you choose. Your coven will know the role of the players you visit, and that role will be illuminated for 2 nights. You will know the results of the first player if you chose if they have the ability to show results. You cannot control socialites. If you control a jailer, they will execute their target at night if they can execute. Witch should have low priority for the Necronomicon. Control players onto TPLOs, especially if they are evil or vigilante. Control town protectives off their TPLOs or town powers. Control town investigatives into the known veterans. Work with Jinx and Ritualist. Jinx can get multiple kills on the same night if you witch your target into theirs. Ritualist, after Illuminate is up, can do blood rituals on them, which can be very powerful. Be careful what you fake claim. You don't want to fake claim a town investigative and say that you visited the person who's witched, because that's pretty suspicious. That's all for the Beginner's Guide to the role Witch. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the role Arsonist. This is everything you need to know on how to play Arsonist in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Arsonist is a neutral killing role and has the ability to douse and ignite. At night, visit a player. You will douse them with gasoline. Players that visit you will also be doused. At night, you can also ignite, burning all players who have been doused. If you do not do either action, you will clean any gasoline you have on you. You know when you have been doused yourself. Your goal is to douse as many players as you can and ignite, and then once you have the majority of the players ignited, doused, ignite them. You want to have as many people visiting you as you can. Calling for TPLO is not a bad strategy, but people will be expecting you to reveal. Do not open claim evil. Just because you get witched or coven attacks, you might not want to, it might not be in your best interest to push them quite yet, because you can also just burn them alive. Arsonists, multiple arsonists can work really well if you figure out who is who and coordinate. That is all for the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the role Arsonist. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the role Serial Killer. This is everything you need to know on how to play Serial Killer in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Serial Killer is of the alignment neutral killing and has the ability to be cautious. At night, visit a player. You attack them with a basic attack. If you are visited by a tavern keeper or poisoner, you will bypass roadblock and attack them, including the person who you're going to attack. Everyone will know that they visited you, but won't know who you are. After 2 successful kills, your next attack will be a powerful attack and have rampage. You can make yourself cautious. This will allow tavern keepers or poisoners to visit without dying. You are still immune to being roll-blocked. Attack other players. Focus your kills on where you don't allow one particular faction to get a majority of the votes. You should very, 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 very rarely use cautious. Really only when it's known that a roll blocker is going to roll block you and it's public information. Don't open claim evil. Just because you get witched or coven attacks, it might not be in your best interest to push them by outing yourself. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role serial killer. One last thing, if there's multiple serial killers and you both have rampage, and you know who you are, coordinate your attacks. Don't kill each other. We'll see you again for another Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the role Shroud. This is everything you need to know on how to play Shroud in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Shroud is of the alignment neutral killing. At night, visit a player. You attack them with a basic attack. You can shroud your target, attacking whoever they visit with an astral attack. If your target does not visit, you will attack them instead. Shrouding your target will also make their visit appear harmful. Bodyguards and trappers can attack them, including themselves. Attack other players. Focus your kills to where you don't allow one particular faction to get a majority of the votes. Don't open claim evil. Unless you're wanting that specific target dead, shroud targets. This will allow you to get information on who they visit and potentially their roles. Just because you get witched or coven attacks, it might not be in your best interest to push them by outing yourself. Shrouding seers is one of the most effective ways of killing players because you get 2 targets. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role Shroud. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the role Werewolf. This is everything you need to know on how to play Werewolf in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Werewolf is of the alignment neutral killing and has 2 abilities. On full moon nights, visit a player. You attack them with a powerful attack that rampages. You can also stay home and attack players who visit you with a powerful attack that rampages. On non-full moon nights, which is 1 and 3, visit a target. You will track where they go each night for the rest of the time they are alive. Attack other players. Focus your kills where you don't allow one particular faction to get a majority of the votes. Don't claim Brown Vigilante. Just because you get attacked by Coven, it might not be in your best interest to push them by outing yourself. Beware how you fake claim Tracker, as tracking the same target multiple times is considered suspicious. Some town are smart enough to where if you use your Night 2 on known information, they will catch that as well. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role Werewolf. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the role Doomsayer. This is everything you need to know on how to play Doomsayer in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Doomsayer is a neutral evil, and has the ability starting on Night 2 to guess 3 players' roles. If you guess them successfully, you doom all 3 and leave the game. You cannot guess any town investigative roles. You have defense until day 3. Watch chat to find players who have open claimed or soft claimed roles. Also watch for quiet players who may be evil. Pushing vote for alignment will allow you to see who's willing to claim and who might be evil and quiet. Also be willing to gamble. If you feel like, this person claimed TK, and we know Vigilante shot, and no one's claimed Vigilante, that person might be the Vigilante. Or it could be a Coven. You gotta use some brains for this role. It's always good to always guess and be wrong, then not be sure and not guess. Always try and guess. That's all for the beginner's guide to Doomsayer. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the role Executioner. This is everything you need to know on how to play Executioner in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Executioner is the alignment neutral evil. You start with a target to lynch. This target will be a town member that is not town power nor amnesiac. Get this target lynched at all costs. You have defense until day 3. If your target dies before you lynch them, you become a jester. Claim a role that you can push your target with. Be careful not to seem too aggressive in your push. Don't be afraid to wait your target out to dying and play the long game for jester. Especially like, oh, this person's confirmed lookout. I'm not going to push that. I'm just going to mind my own business until they eventually die, hopefully. And then I can get lynched as jester because, oh, I don't got a lot of information. I'm sorry. A lot of people will jump on the executioner if they seem confident. Be confident in like, this is the information. Hey, what's your role? All right? Even if you have to wait it out, don't be hostile. Be confident in it. That's all for the Beginner's Guide to the Role Executioner. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the Role Jester. This is everything you need to know on how to play Jester in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Jester is of the alignment neutral evil. Has the ability to die. Get lynched. Once you get lynched, you can choose a target who guiltied or abstained you, and you can deal an unstoppable attack to them. You have a chatterbox system, where you have to talk a certain number of messages before you can win. If you do not talk enough, you will die from boredom. You have defense until day 3. Fake claim whatever you want. You're Jester. Don't break the rules to try and get lynched. It'll be annoying. You don't need to spam or slurs. A really bad looking town roll is the best way of getting lynched. You know, you are a cleric who visited during grace period. Or you are a sheriff who visited the open town power claim and was not seen by Lookout. Lookout wasn't there. Big step buff. Just be careful about getting shot by vigilante after day 3 or getting shot by deputy on day 3 or after. You can also fake claim evil rolls and make stuff up. You know, who says you can't act like you're crashing out? And oh, I was the Shroud, and I just got attacked by Coven and smacked into the arsonist, and I'm done with this stupid stuff. Crash outs are worth it. Claiming Jester has mixed results. Claiming other roles has better results. That's all for the Beginner's Guide to the Role Jester. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the Role Pirate. This is everything you need to know on how to play Pirate in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Pirate has 2 abilities and is of the alignment neutral evil. You start with 3 players who are your landlubbers. You need all 3 of those players dead before you die to win the game. You can scour a target to see if they're a landlubber. You can plunder a target to attack them with a basic attack. If you kill someone who isn't a landlubber, you lose the ability to plunder. You have defense until day 3. Claim a role that you can push your target with. Be careful not to seem too aggressive in your targets. Don't open claim evil, even though still right now, after 9 months, that's what most pirates do is, hi, I'm pirate. Here are my 3 landlubbers. Don't be afraid, if you're going to open claim pirate, to fake who you need to have as your landlubber. You know, if your landlubbers are the prosecutor, the lookout, and the dreamweaver, town doesn't need to know that. You know, you have the dreamweaver, you have a tracker that you know exists, and you have, I don't know, a cleric that you're hoping exists, or the soul collector. If you're in casual mode stuff, you have a better chance of kind of faking that. And if you're a town role, not all pirates tell the truth, as I just told the pirates not to tell the truth, especially if their targets are important. That's all for the Beginner's Guide to the Role Pirate. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the Role Cursed Soul. This is everything you need to know on how to play Cursed Soul in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Cursed Soul is a neutral outlier and has the ability to swap. You attempt to swap roles with a player with an astral visit. You have a 50% chance to swap to the person you selected, and a 50% chance for it to be swapped randomly. You will not swap roles with a player who dies, or if you die, or if that player got swapped from another Cursed Soul. You become the role you are swapped to, and play as such. If you become a Coven role, you will not be able to use the Necronomicon. You have defense till day 3. Depending on what role you get, your changes how you want to play. If you're a killing role, like Deputy, Prosecutor, Ritualist, kill people. You swap with someone night 1. Oh, I just got Prosecutor. Bam. Get him out. or I just got vigilante, or I just got deputy. Boom, let's get rid of them. You want to try and target those who have the cursed soul alignment roll. Inexperienced players will open claim that they were swapped. If you have a killing roll, say bye-bye to them. You can always go for the 50-50 chance that the person you swapped with was the correct person. That is all for the Beginner's Guide to the Roll Cursed Soul. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the Role Vampire. This is everything you need to know how to play Vampire in Town of Salem 2, Season 5. Vampires are the alignment neutral outlier. It has 2 abilities. At night, you can drain a target, dealing a basic attack. You can also convert town-aligned members to the vampire faction. They will keep their original role. If you attempt to convert a non-town aligned role, you will drain them instead. You have defense and are seen as innocent to sheriff if you're the only one in the faction. You want to increase the number of players in your faction as quickly as possible. Choose players who are strong town roles, town power, seer, lookout, or roles that will increase your kill power like town killing. Town protective claims can allow you to take them off of other town, and are not as suspicious when trying to find converts, unless you get the Oracle. That's all for the Beginner's Guide to the Role Vampire. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the Role Baker/Famine. This is everything you need to know on how to play these roles in Town of Salem 2, Season 5. Baker is part of the Apocalypse. You visit a non-Apocalypse player, giving them bread. Once you have 3 people with bread who stay alive to start the day, you become Famine. Once you transform, players with bread lose 1 bread a night. After they lose all their bread, they die of starvation. You can visit a player to take away 1 of their bread. If players don't have any bread, the night after famine turns, they die. Bread is very important. Bread in chat. Visit players who will stay alive long enough for you to transform, such as weak town investigatives, the coroner, and town protectives. Make sure you also try and breed a coven or another neutral to where they also live, to where you don't have 3 town against you. If possible, once you transform, you can lynch one of your breaded targets. That means you're down to 2, and that makes things so much easier. If you have a berserker, you could kill another one, and you could see how it could be good. Just because you get attacked by Coven, it might not be in your best interest to push them by outing yourself. That is all for the role Baker/Famine. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the role Berserker and War. This is everything you need to know on how to play these roles in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Berserker and War are part of the Apocalypse. On a full moon, you attack a player with a powerful attack. You will get 1 kill. Once you get 1 kill, you will get 1 kill. I hope you get 1 kill. You get to attack every night. Once you get 2 kills, you get a rampaging attack. Once you get 3 kills, you transform to War and getting to attack 2 players with an unstoppable rampaging attack. Attack other players. Focus your kills to where you don't allow one particular faction to get a majority of the votes. If you get War, remember you have 2 attacks. Please use both attacks. Signed, a very sad Baker. Don't open claim evil. Just because you get attacked by Coven, it might not be in your best interest to push them by outing yourself. That is all for the Beginner's Guide to the role Berserker. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 Beginner's Guide to the role Plague Bearer and Pestilence. This is everything you need to know on how to play these roles in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Plague Bearer and Pestilence are part of the Apocalypse. Each night you visit a player, infecting them. You know who they will visit and who visits them. Once you have infected every non-apocalypse, you turn into Pestilence. People who visit during Pestilence will spread Pestilence. Once they have stacks through Pestilence, they die. You visit players as Pestilence, instantly giving them 3 stacks of Pestilence. Is that enough Pestilence for you? Obviously, the fake claim is tracker and lookout, but beware about that. Your goal is to infect as many people as possible. You want to get as many people visiting you as you can. Calling for TPLO is not a bad strategy, but people will be expecting you to reveal. It's also not a terrible bad strategy to, oh, this person claimed TPLO. Hey, everyone on this person, I'm just going to visit and go kadunk. Just because you get attacked by a coven, it might not be in your best interest to push them by outing yourself. Don't open claim evil. If you have Berserker, coven attacks you, use that to revenge because you're going to know who visited you. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role Plague Bearer and Pestilence. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide to the role Soul Collector and Death. This is everything you need to know on how to play these two roles in Town of Salem 2 Season 5. Soul Collector and Death are part of the Apocalypse. At night, you have the ability to reap. You astrally choose a non-apocalypse, reaping their souls. Reaped souls will be permanently framed. This means Potion Masters will see them as Soul Collector. Spies will see them visit as their town role. Psychics will see them as evil. Seers will see them as the Apocalypse. Investigators will see them as an Apocalypse faction when visiting. Deputy will shoot them as if they were evil. Sheriff will see them as suspicious if one or more Apocalypse has spawned. If a reaped soul dies, you gain another soul. Once you have 7 souls, the next day you will transform into Death. If you do not get voted up as Death the next day, you win. Claim roles that allow you to last through the game and have solid enough will to where you're not considered suspicious when you have enough souls. This is a good idea to work with your team to throw a different member of the Apocalypse under the bus when Death transforms and lynches them. Don't open claim evil. Just because you get attacked by the Coven, it might not be in your best interest to push them by outing yourself. Claiming TI as Soul Collector, if there's not a lot of other TI claims, is pretty smart because you can mask the fact that you're reaping people. If there's a lot of like sheriffs and investigators and seers and whatnot, the fact that you're not finding people suspicious will be suspicious. That is all for the beginner's guide to the role Soul Collector. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you again for another Town of Salem 2 beginner's guide.